I actually asked John to write me a play that was based on violence. Sort of John's work has always been comedies, and so I actually sort of went to him. This was going back a couple of years now, sort of after we did Rock, Paper, Scissors, and I said, I specifically want you to write me something that is based around a violent event. It was just sort of post the London bombings and Scotland and some of the things that have been happening in Europe, and looking at our own culture and the sense of kind of, you know, terrorism and how Australia is kind of so removed from that. And I guess the way that sort of the Bali bombing sort of, you know, sort of really brought that into our culture and sort of onto our doorstep, something that I guess before in Australia's consciousness, sort of post sort of World War II, had been something that was sort of distant. It was very distant from the country, something that was far away, and it sort of brought that sense back. And you know, I wanted John to write me something that was sort of inspired by that, to get him away from writing comedies. And so he did. He kind of wrote me this great sprawling 3-act play called All the Rage, which you know, it was sort of, I guess, a meditation on violence. And we looked at it, and then, you know, both had other projects going on, and so we didn't actually touch it for a while. And at the end of last year, John came back to me and said, I'm doing another draft before Christmas, so I want to have another look at Rage. And I was like, great. And I said, you know, come back to me what it is. And he came back and he sort of called me after Christmas, and he said, so I finished the draft. And I was like, oh, great. And he said, it's a 1-act comedy. And I was like, oh, okay. You know, you bastard. Always slipping out. But it was great. You know, it was kind of, then I read the script and sort of realised sort of, you know, had this kind of lovely balance of sort of how and particularly, I guess, in a way, a real sense of traditional Irish theatre, in the sense of sort of telling these stories with quite a bit of sort of humour behind it, and looking at the violence from a place that sort of is almost a shocking laugh, and kind of bringing a sense of humour behind the characters and an empathy to the characters who are actually committing a violent act.